Hello students, welcome in Dynamic Studies. In this video we will discuss about the TCP/IP model, but before this we will also learn about the last minute tutorial of TCP/IP and OSI model using this table. This is the table. In this table you can see all the important points related to the TCP/IP also and OSI model also. So now in this table, this column shows the OSI model layer and this column shows the TCP/IP layers. Okay, so now when we combine these three layers of OSI model, it will be the TCP/IP topmost layer, that is the application layer, and the transport layer of OSI model, and that is called the transport layer in TCP/IP model, and the network layer of OSI model is also called the internet layer of TCP/IP model. Okay, data link layer and physical layer, when we combine these both layers, it will be the network access layer of TCP/IP model. Okay, so now these are the important protocols that are used, and mostly question is raised which protocol is used in which layer. Okay, so in these three layers or the application layer of TCP/IP model, we can use it can be used the HTTP, HTTPS, Telnet, NFS, NTP, SSL, SSH, SMTP, SNMP. At the end of this video, you can see the full forms of all these protocols. Okay, TCP/IP, TCP and UDP. This is the important protocols of transport layer related to the TCP/IP and OSI model. IP, ICMP, IGMP, RIP are the important protocols, and the full form of these protocols you can see at the last of this video, and also in the description of this video, description box of this video. Okay, so network layer and internet layer use these protocols. Okay, and the SBTP, SI, SLIP, X.25 and EIA 232, these are the protocols that are used in data link layer and physical layer. Okay, and network access layer of TCP/IP model. So now this is a very important question, and what is the name of data in all the layers? Okay, the name of data in application, presentation and session layer is messages or data. Messages or data. In transport layer it is called segment. In network layer we can ask the data as and we can say the data as packets, no frames or segments. Okay, this is the packets. And in data link layer, data is also called frames. In physical layer we can say the data as bit. Okay, so next we will discuss about the delivery of these layers. So these three layers deliver end to end of data, and transport layer also end to end delivery of data. Network layer can send the data host to host. Data link layer send the data from hook to hook, and physical layer make the connection point to point. Okay, so now we will discuss about the hardware that is used in different layers. So in physical layer we can use hub and repeaters. In data link layer we can use bridges. In network layer we use repeaters. Transport layer we can use gateways, and all these layers we use gateways as hardware. Okay, and next we will discuss about the functions of all these layers. Physical layers perform point to point data connections. Data link layer perform connections. Network layer perform routing of data. Okay, and addressing of data. Addressing of data. Okay, so now transport layer change the segments into packets. Okay, and move it downward. Downward means network layer. Okay, and the session layer create the sessions or manage it, and presentation layer make the encryption and decryption and perform the security. Okay, on data. Next is the last point that is related to the application layer, and the most important function that is provided by the application layer is network process of applications. We can use apps. How we can use apps? With the help of application layer, and application layer provide us a function. With the help of that function we can see the data in application. Okay, so now this is all about the TCP/IP and OSI model. This is the last minute tutorial, and this is a very important points that are related to the OSI and TCP/IP model. You can easily analyze these topic, okay, these points, and you can fetch all the points deeply and in very less time. Okay, so now we will discuss about the TCP/IP model, and also we can discuss about the full form of these protocols. So let's start. Model. We will also compare it with the OSI model, and also discuss about the important points about the TCP/IP model and OSI model. So now let's start. TCP/IP. First, what is the full form of TCP/IP? Okay, TCP/IP is a transmission control protocol, internet protocol. Okay, this is the full form of TCP/IP. Now we will discuss about the comparison of OSI and TCP/IP. How the TCP/IP model is created. From OSI is the old version of TCP/IP model. Okay, so now in TCP/IP model, all the layers of OSI model are used, but they are compared or merged in TCP/IP model. You can see here application, presentation and session layer combined and make a single layer, that is application layer, and this is the topmost layer of TCP/IP model. So next is the transport layer. It is also called host to host layer. Okay, but the name is same in TCP/IP layer, like transport layer. Okay, next is the network layer. Network layer is called internet layer in TCP/IP model, and data link layer and physical layer of OSI model are combined and make network access control layer, that is the bottom layer of TCP/IP model. So we will discuss about the working of TCP/IP model, how the layers are working, and this is the three layers. Okay, but combine it and make a single layer. So now how will it work? Okay, so we will discuss about the working and the used protocols. Okay, and other important points related to the OSI model and TCP/IP model. So now let's start. So first we will discuss about the bottom layer of TCP/IP model. Okay, so the bottom layer of TCP/IP model is a network access layer. Okay, network access layer, which is a combination of two layers, and that two layers are physical layer and data link layer. Okay, data link layer, and these two layers are of OSI model, but in TCP/IP model we can call these two layers as network access layer, and these two layers are combined. Okay, next is the protocol used. The protocol used in TCP/IP network access layer is ARP, that is called address resolution protocol. Okay, address resolution protocol. Okay, it can find the hardware address for the data transmission. Okay, so now we will discuss about the important responsibilities of this layer. Important responsibilities are transmission data, transmission of data, and the next responsibility is hardware addressing. Okay, hardware addressing. It means it will find the hardware address. Okay, so for finding the hardware address, it use ARP. ARP is address resolution protocol, the address of hardware. Okay, so this is all about the TCP/IP first layer, that is the network access layer, and it works of two layers, physical layer and data link layer also. Okay, so this is all about the network access layer. Now we will discuss about the second layer of TCP/IP model. The second layer of TCP/IP model is internet layer, and the network layer of OSI model is equal to the internet layer. Okay, internet layer of TCP/IP. Okay, and this is the important thing. Mostly this question is occur in each and every paper. So next is the important point is logical transmission data. Logical transmission of data. Okay, logically data is sent by using the internet layer. Use the protocols IPv4 and IPv6. These two protocols are mostly used in this layer, and the IPv6 more users can access the network and connect to each other. Then IPv4. Okay, in IPv6 more users can access the network and connect to each other with than IPv4, and this is the main difference between IPv4 and IPv6. IPv6 is more reliable, and the protocols that are used in network layer is IPv6, IPv4. We will already discuss about it, and the other that are used is ICMP. It means Internet Control Message Protocol. Okay, Internet Control Message Protocol. Okay, this is a very important protocol that is related to the internet layer of TCP/IP. And the last protocol that is used by this layer is ARP. ARP is used for address resolution protocol. Address resolution protocol. Okay, this is the most important protocol, and this protocol is used in two layers. Okay, first layer also, network access layer also, and in internet layer also of TCP/IP model. So this is the all important points related to the second layer or the internet layer of TCP/IP model. Okay, so now we will discuss about the third layer. The third layer of TCP/IP model is transport layer, and this is the same as the OSI model that is used the transport layer, and in TCP/IP also we use the transport layer, and the working of TCP/IP and the OSI of transport layer is same. Okay, so now in TCP/IP model we can also call the transport layer as a host to host layer, because it can deliver the data from end to end. So we can also call it communication between end systems. Okay, because the data is sent from end to end. So transport layer, more questions are raised in every paper, the end to end. So the next important point is flow control. Flow control means control the traffic between the network. So when we control the traffic using flow control, we use the algorithm leaky bucket and token bucket. And next is the error control. Error control means control the errors between the network, and we use checksum or CRC protocols for error control. Next is the protocol used. Which protocols are used in this layer? First is TCP, that is the very important TCP, and next is UDP. Okay, TCP means transmission control protocol. Transmission control protocol. And next is UDP, means user datagram protocol. Okay, user datagram protocol. And the difference between TCP and UDP is that TCP is a connection oriented protocol. It means we can make connections. Okay, connection model also oriented. We have to make connections before deliver data. Okay, and UDP is connectionless, not making any connection before sending data from one place to another. And the last layer of TCP/IP model is a application layer. Okay, application layer is the last layer or topmost layer of TCP/IP model. So it is the combination of 3 layers of OSI model, and that layers are application, presentation and session layer. When we combine these 3 layers, it will become application layer of TCP/IP model. So now it is responsible for node to node delivery. And what is the node to node delivery? Okay, the node to node delivery is, देखिए क्या होता है कि ट्रांसपोर्ट लेयर में एंड टू एंड डिलीवरी होती है, एंड टू एंड और होस्ट टू होस्ट, ठीक है। इसका मतलब है कि किसी भी एक सोर्स से किसी भी एक डेस्टिनेशन तक की डिलीवरी की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी किसकी होती है? ट्रांसपोर्ट लेयर की होती है। देखिए, जे कोई सोर्स है और जे कोई डेस्टिनेशन है, ओके। और इस सोर्स के मान लीजिए किसी भी एक एप्लीकेशन के थ्रू डाटा सेंड हुआ है। नेक्स्ट उसी एप्लीकेशन में डाटा कैसे सेंड हुआ? जैसे आपने कोई व्हाट्सएप मैसेज सेंड किया और किसी डेस्टिनेशन पे व्हाट्सएप पे ही मैसेज रिसीव हो, तो यह रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी किसकी होती है? यह रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती है एप्लीकेशन लेयर की। इट मीन्स नोड टू नोड। नोड टू नोड का मतलब होता है किसी एप्लीकेशन से किसी एप्लीकेशन तक की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, ओके। नोड टू नोड का मतलब होता है किसी मशीन से किसी दूसरी मशीन में डिलीवरी करवाना, ओके, डाटा की। नेक्स्ट है प्रोटोकॉल्स आर यूज्ड। देयर आर मोर protocols that are used in this layer is HTTP, that is the hypertext transfer protocol. HTTPS means secure, okay. HTTP means hypertext transfer protocol secure. FTP means file transfer protocol. Telnet means telecommunication network. SSH means secure shell, okay. SMTP means simple mail transfer protocol, okay. SNMP means simple network management protocol. Simple network management protocol. This means domain name system. This means network file system. This is also a protocol. NTP means network time protocol. This is also very important protocol. That is this is responsible for time to time delivery from source to destination, okay. SSL means secure socket layer, okay. So these are the important protocols that are used in application layer of TCP/IP model. And HTTPS, जो HTTPS है, यह दो प्रोटोकॉल्स का कॉम्बिनेशन है, और दो प्रोटोकॉल्स है HTTP एंड SSL। इसका मतलब होता है सिक्योर सॉकेट लेयर, और इसका मतलब होता है hypertext transfer protocol. So it is all about the application layer. So we will discuss about the protocols and more protocols after that. So you can also check the description box of this video and go to thecomputermock.blogspot.com and take or get some notes related to the TCP/IP model. And so now we will learn about the important protocols. And protocols is a set of rules. You can see the first line of this chart. And HTTP means hypertext transfer protocol. Second is NFS. NFS means network file system. Next is UDP, user datagram protocol. Next is MIME, multi-purpose internet mail extension. And next is SSL, secure socket layer. This is a very important protocol. Next is NTP, network time protocol. It manages the time of data delivered from one source to destination. Next is TCP, transmission control protocol. And next is the very important, that is related to mail, SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol. Next is PPTP, it means point to point tunneling protocol. Next is DNS, domain name system. Next protocol is FTP, file transfer protocol. Next is ICMP, internet controlled message protocol. Next is FDDI, fiber distributed data interface. Next is RIP, routing information protocol. Next is IGMP, internet group management protocol. Next is RTP, real time transport protocol. And the last is ARP. And ARP stands for Address resolution protocol. So these are the important protocols related to TCP/IP and OSI model. So you can also take or get the soft copy of these protocols from the description box and click on computermock.blogspot.com. So please subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.